What am I supposed to do? There's no one asking me questions or anything? Am I just...
Tell us what happened. You got delayed.
Well, we were delayed. We left somewhere at 6 a.m. this morning. Where? Yeah, we're done at Ukraine. 6 a.m. in an airport that was freezing cold and not heated. We flew to Kiev. And then flew to Budapest and then drove from there. So we started at 6 this morning and didn't even stop until we got here. So I jumped out of the car and came in and didn't even say hello to the band. Pretty much just jumped on stage and sang. So it was I'm pretty tired, needless to say. So pretty long day. Thank you. It was great. I can't believe that many people stayed. I mean, to be that late, I mean, you know, I couldn't believe it. I wasn't happy at one point in the car. I was kind of cussing, I think, and just thinking, you know, we were going to have to miss the show. I mean, 1 o'clock in the morning is a pretty big delay. But the crowd was great. I mean, I know some of them left, probably a lot of them left, but that's a lot that stayed, you know. They were really good.
And some of them came back after they left.
Yeah, it was. I was really happy. I mean, I wasn't even for sure if I was going to be able to sing because I didn't have any sleep, and you know, we had a show last night, and it was a late show, so we had a late show and then had to get up at 6 in the morning. You know, so it was. So I was worried that I would try to sing tonight and not even have a voice. So, but it was.
Why did you choose also Eastern Europe for your tour? And
Well,
Romania and Sibiu and so on.
Well, you know, I had a few shows. Lotzi had brought a friend of mine had brought me to Budapest for a few shows. And I did a European tour last year, and I happened to have this time frame open. And only a few months ago, I called him and said, "Let's put a few shows together. Maybe, you know." I didn't really. We actually did 9 shows on this tour, but I didn't think that we would do that many, you know. And he put the tour together, and it's actually worked out good. I mean, it's places that I like to tour places that everybody doesn't always get to go to, and you know, so it's always fun to do that. And playing here is great, you know. I mean, it proves it tonight to be that late, 1 in the morning, after 1 in the morning, and have those kind of fans there. You know, that's why I do it.
It was a hell of a show.
It was fun, yeah. I mean, you know, when you look at this tonight, I walked in. I've played with this band before, but I changed the whole set list pretty much from the Budapest show, and added songs like "Bloodstained" and "Victim of Changes" and you know, so many of them really, and then "Believe," the opening song, and we never even played them or practiced or anything. You know, I just walked on stage and said hello, and you know, that's kind of fun to do that.
Do you find anything shocking about Romania?
Well, I haven't here. I mean, the only thing I've seen is from the back seat of a car today, you know, winding roads and driving crazy and fearing for my life. But so far, I think on this tour, definitely it was some of the most passionate fans. You know, I mean, you would have to agree. I mean, we've had great fans on this tour. Don't get me wrong. Ukraine was awesome, but there was a lot of, you know, just to show up and be that late. You know, usually it would make people mad, and they're tired and they've been standing around. So they were great. So I'm looking forward to the next couple of days of being able to see things. Ukraine was a brutally cold, long distances, hard tour. As a lot of tours are, when you in this kind of business, you have a lot of hard touring always, really. But this one, I think, is going to be these 4 shows are going to be nice. They're a little bit closer, and I think we'll be able to enjoy it more.
So when are you going to leave from Sibiu?
Well, from here, I'm leaving. I'm going to sleep as long as I can, which I'm not. I'll probably get up and not be able to sleep after a certain time, but we're going to have a late checkout, so probably 2 or something will leave here tomorrow to go to the next show, which is, I don't even know where. Where are we playing tomorrow? Where? Yeah, exactly.
There are rumors that you are invited to play with Hell.
No. Rumors. It's a good rumor, though. It's a nice rumor, but it's rumors. All rumors.
There is another rumors that you are invited for the Judas Priest last touring.
That's a rumor. It'll never happen. Neither one of those will ever happen. No. I'm friends with Judas Priest, and it would be great to do it, but it'll never happen. I've never been contacted on that now. But it would be great. It'd be fun, Someone's got to sing those songs, right? They don't sing them, so Bloodstained and Burning Hell, and, might as well have me sing them.
Okay, so what happens after you finish this tour?
I go home for a few weeks, maybe less than a few weeks, and I fly to Peru and do a couple solo shows there. Then I come home, and then I fly to. I come home for about a week, and then I go to L.A. and rehearse with doing a solo show in Venezuela with Simon Wright, Craig Goldie, James Lomenzo, and John Capri is my backing band, kind of an all-star backing band, and we're going to go to Venezuela. Then I'll come home, probably take a vacation or something, I think.
Lately, a lot of bands came back to the roots of the heavy metal. Why do you think this is happening? I mean, Metallica, all the big bands play now the song that were hits.
Well, I think you have to do that at some point because they're, bands like, in my opinion, this is just how it always ends up, bands like AC/DC, nobody wants to really buy or hear their new stuff. Judas Priest, no one wants to, they don't buy or want to hear their new stuff as much as they want to hear their old stuff. Iron Maiden, it's just how it is. I can't tell you a song off the new Iron Maiden record, but I certainly can tell you probably every song off of Number of the Beast, I think it's just the way it is. It's unfortunate, though, because there's great records that are out there, but, it's one of those things that happens to everybody. And I think the biggest, even whatever band it is, when they do these big tours, whether, Rolling Stones, they'd probably release an album and it would sell a few 100,000 copies. But they would tour and they would have a few 100,000 people at one concert, It's a strange thing. I don't know what it is, but everybody, the roots of it's the good stuff, though. So, I like to see that.
So the new bands, are they having no future? Tell us some bands that you appreciate.
Well, I think bands have futures.
New bands.
I'll tell you a funny band, and I know a lot of people don't like them, but you look at a band like Disturbed, and people keep saying they have no future, but yet they keep selling 5 million platinum records in a row, and everybody keeps saying, yeah, but they have no future. They're not going to be remembered. I'm like, they just had 5 platinum albums in a row. I don't know how much more you need to do than, you know what I mean? They've probably sold more albums than Judas Priest sold almost. It's just a weird situation, but people keep, just because they call it a so-called new metal, I'm a believer of metal's metal. New, old, death, grunge, whatever it is, as long as it's not country or hip-hop, I'm all right with it, So, I don't listen to a whole lot of music, actually, though. I don't. That being said, I listen to mainly talk radio at home, or I'm always listening to my stuff, kind of trying to learn my music again, and new set lists or whatever. And I listen to probably Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell record, or Judas Priest, or Mainly probably. Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger, I love that record. I probably listen to it all the time. But the person I probably listen to the most is Dio. I listen to a lot of Dio. I just enjoy his voice probably more than anybody in the world. I love